Here we go.
Marker. Welcome to Mergy Movies.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. I'm Big Mike.
Just for the person.
And guest stars Alex and Sam.
There we go.
Fam.
And Sam. Damn you.
I was gonna see how long I could go without talking. Anyway,
That's impossible. Anyway, so we're gonna not.
no.
Anyway.
And their beards got entangled.
And their beards got. Fuck, I should call this beard. It'd take me 30 years to grow this thing. So, it's there. Chloe, Chloe. Sorry, getting off topic. Again, I was just about to say we're not going to get off topic, and look what happened. So, anyway, like, one part's not coming in as good. So, like, on one side, it's a little bit of a patch or whatever.
Daddy's phone.
Yeah, and no, she goes, Dad, how come it's not going on this side as much as the other? I'm like, you too damn smart.
They're
for your
observant.
age. I know.
Kids are
She's in that observant age where she notices everything now. Anyway, okay, let's get back on topic. So we're here for Mergy Movies, and we're going to have this Marvel month, so we're going to talk about Marvel, but we're also going to talk about
Marble.
Marble. We're going to talk about marbles. We
Marble
love marbles.
cheese.
Marble Madness, the movie. No, anyway. So Marvel movies. Marvel Slab?
Ice cream! We're going for ice cream.
Okay, seriously, I think your ADHD is contagious because we all have it today. Anyway, so especially her, if like you probably gave it to her. Anyway, through penis.
It was my penis.
It's contracted through penis. We totally gotta do a sketch about that. It's like before I was normal, Alex. He's like before I was normal. Then I was squirrel.
Penis.
Anyway,
Anyways.
so we're going to talk about this Marvel month. We're going to talk about Marvel movies because it's Mergy Movies. So there you go. So that's it. So that's our episode. Bye, everybody. Okay. So anyway,
Have we already talked about this?
no, this is something different. The topic discussed today is there's a topic. Our superhero movie. Yes, sorry, I'm trying to be dramatic. Our superhero movies becoming like, are we getting oversaturated with superhero movies?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Well, fuck yeah, but it's
alright,
worth
see
it.
you later.
No, it's totally worth it.
Do you think it's a very like for nerds, most nerds, it's a positive thing, but do you think it's a negative thing? I know you like as a movie person.
I think I saw a great video essay on this very subject.
Okay.
And I actually really agreed with the guy's point that he was trying to make, is that there's every genre goes through. The Westerns had this in the 60s and 70s.
Massive exposure.
Yeah, noir films went through it too. Crime thrillers went through it. Films are doing it now, where there's so much of an oversaturation that it's hard to find anything new to do with it.
Fair enough.
The one good thing about comics, though, is there's a lot of stories.
There's a lot of source material. There is.
That's a
You
good thing.
find something.
But there gets to a point where there's been 10 years leading to Marvel Infinity Wars. 10 years of constant Marvel movies. That's a bit of a beat you over the head amount of movies.
Right.
Are you complaining?
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. But if it's going to move to that next stage where, crime thrillers still exist, because crime thrillers were able to make that step where there's sort of a hump where there's sort of a newness. There's like a sheen to a group of movies.
Right.
Like when you buy something new, you want to use it all the time, but after a while it gets boring and you use
They call it the honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
It's like with anything, like with Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, things like that.
You reach sort of can you make it to that next stage where it becomes something you want every day?
That is true.
Yeah.
That the tween movies were really big recently, probably late or mid 2000s to 2010s. Think about it, we had Harry Potter, we had Twilight, we had come on, they keep coming. There's hundreds of them. Where they're tween fantasy movies.
Yeah, but the thing with Harry Potter though,
Divergent.
I wouldn't count Harry Potter in that really.
No, because that's more of like a growing up
Mockingbird,
book.
yeah.
Because I grew up with Harry Potter.
Exactly.
Yes, but they didn't start turning them into tween movies.
No,
Till a certain point, and they were like, "We can make this movie for tweens. It'll make lots of money."
no,
Because they didn't really do that with Harry
It wasn't
Potter,
meant
though.
for tweens at all. It was about
They-
growing up and developing. And
You gotta start watching Harry
They
Potter.
developed the
It's not like
story
that.
I've only ever
as the
seen the
kids were
first
growing up. Like they made the movies as the kids were growing up, and
Like,
the
there's-
films
there's
reflected the ages as they
Yes,
were growing.
that's where they did good. But I've only ever seen the first two
That's
movies.
your problem.
They
That's
were
the
tweens.
problem.
That's your huge problem. You can't go
That's the
based on that.
problem.
They get way better as they go, especially the
That's
last
the good
couple
thing.
movies are
That's the good
really
thing.
good.
But back to my other point.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Back to Marvel.
Two Marvel-ish movies that have kind of, I can't remember what the other categories were, but there were two specific ones he said. There are two types of ways you can deconstruct the genre to let it move into that next phase.
Right.
You can do a film that completely shows the dark side of these films, which is something like Logan,
Right.
where
Yes.
you see all the ugliness and how this is not something that's good.
Right.
Yeah, and you can, at the end, you can either completely destroy the genre or you can reaffirm it, which was what they did.
DC kind of sort of wanted to do that with Suicide Squad, but they didn't pull it off.
It kind of flopped.
Right. But
And,
anyway.
and the other one, which is what Deadpool is a complete satire of the
Yeah,
genre.
Exactly.
But that's also Deadpool.
But that's
Deadpool
Deadpool did
is
it
not
perfectly.
general.
Well,
Deadpool
that's
was
the thing.
Because he's the
It's like
perfect
if-
character for that.
Everyone kept saying when there was a Dead movie that came out that it cannot be PG.
No,
Oh,
It
absolutely
can't.
not. No.
no. And like how Deadpool completely, literally in the movie, completely tore the whole comic book movie
Oh,
genre
absolutely.
apart. That's it. A movie like that will allow, like, we can tear it apart and do new things with it now, with all the flaws exposed. You can take it in new directions and do new and different things with it,
Yeah.
and keep the genre fresh, so the audience keep coming in the numbers that they're coming
But
in.
it is the fact that it makes fun of all the different little tropes and the average things. So it just
Superhero landing.
It-
Superhero
It
landing.
also reaffirms them too.
Yeah.
It also gives the opportunity to, yeah, it's silly, but we're going
But
to
it
keep
puts
doing it
fun
because
out.
it's part of what we do.
yeah,
Exactly.
But that's the thing. It's like we all know. It's like, oh yeah, it is kind of ridiculous. So yes, it points everything out. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is textbook, and then yeah, it just makes it funny. It's like,
That's why the one-shot idea I think would be great because it gives people a chance to do something different.
Agreed.
Yeah.
What I do think though is the Marvel movies are going to end up being like Star Wars.
I'm telling you right now, the way, and again, I don't.
And do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to spend too much time on Star Wars.
No,
but
no,
the
no.
way Star Wars is going
Yeah.
is they're
poor.
starting
It is
to
very poor.
get poor writing and
No, not that way.
Like, really
what I
bad
mean
way.
is, it's going to get to the point where they'll just do whatever the fuck they want because people are going to keep going. It's
Yeah.
Star Wars. They can do whatever. They can make a steaming pile of shit called Star Wars.
Mind
It
you,
is a
People will
steaming
go
pile
there.
of shit.
mind you,
Not yet. No,
They're
it's
following
getting there
the
though.
they're following the same pattern, the same
It's-
textbook bullshit
It's
they did with
going
the first
there.
three.
It's
What-
getting
are you
there.
talking about Star Wars? But not the recent movie. The recent movie they went away from that. and
They
that's
did,
why
but it
fans
was
are
also
mad.
very much Empire Strikes Back.
You could.
A
And
lot of the
West.
imagery was
Yeah.
still Empire Strikes
It's like,
Back.
be honest, the new Star Wars movie, I was waiting for it to be over. I was so bored.
Yeah, well, the new one wasn't as good. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
There was good parts,
Yeah.
but the movie in general.
I'm gonna have
Anyways,
to watch it one
back
more
to
time.
Marvel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it one more time to.
Same.
But anyway, going back to Marvel. But yeah, I get you. That's so when it comes to oversaturation of the market, it is being like that. Yes. Will we still go to most of them? Yes. But like you say, there needs to be some sort of shift.
They need to keep developing. They can't keep doing the same thing.
Exactly.
I will say
Totally
this
agree.
though, Ant-Man was a refresher
Yeah, Iron Man.
of Iron Man, but of other things. It went from being we were starting to get pretty serious in those roles, and it's starting to get a little oversaturated, and then let's do a goofy movie. Okay, now things are kind of getting into
Actually-
a different rhythm. It kinda
actually-
changed.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Actually,
did that.
Guardians
Yeah.
did that first.
Was that first?
Guardians did it
Yeah,
first.
it did. Yeah, no, you are correct. I'm mistaken.
Yeah, it's Guardians who did that. They did a funny. They said
They,
fuck
they
it.
lightened it up a bit.
Well,
Yeah, that's good.
that's
But
also the
it's-
only way you could do it with that property too. 'cause
Absolutely.
You did it serious. It'd just be
It
super
would be
weird.
fucking weird. It'd be the '80s all over again.
Well, it was the 80s.
Late
in this movie,
70s
but-
or 80s,
but-
yeah.
Well, that's the thing is too. It's like I was getting too serious. Where yeah, it's a lot more relatable to the bullshit that happens. Well, of course, we go to movies to escape. So yeah, going to Guardians of the Galaxy and having the ridiculousness of it too, and a little bit of dark humor, which yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Ragnarok. Ragnarok was very
Ragnarok,
dark,
Ant-Man,
but it was
yeah.
hilarious.
There's
yeah.
a lot of good funny parts.
Well, no, like Chloe's, and this is from a kid's perspective. That's why I did that last podcast because I wanted to. It actually was an idea of mine to do anyway, but it never came to fruition until what happened. We couldn't all be here together. But seeing it through a child's eyes is very interesting to me because it's like you start off with okay, these are kind of cool, but I mean for a kid, especially someone like Chloe's age, she's 6, to watch like all this serious stuff happening, it's like the action scene. She'll sit there and she'll just be like, oh, this is awesome. But then when it comes to the serious stuff, it's like a kid. Some kids don't mind that, but then at the same time, it's like kids just want to go have fun, and that's why Guardians and now Thor are Chloe's and most kids' favorite movies because they're funny. They do bring the serious. It's like how Toy Story was. Toy Story 3 gave you the serious factor, but it also gave you the comedy. That's what these Marvel movies are doing. Like Ant-Man, it's serious, but it's funny. It's got the family values in it. Yeah. I'm actually really interested.
I can't think of Toy Story without getting deeply disturbed.
What?
Like, what happens if like one of the toys dies?
Right. They literally live forever, yeah.
No, they all have to watch as like their kid plays with their friend's corpse.
Exactly, yeah. But no, see, that's really kind of debunked because
I know, but still.
the toys can't die unless they're completely destroyed.
Like, what the fuck happened to Bo Peep?
Because look what happened. Well, she was given away to another family.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they mentioned that in the movie.
Well, the only reason they did that is because they couldn't get the rights to Barbie at first.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they created Bo Peep. They wanted it to be Barbie, but they couldn't get the rights to Barbie, so they made little Bo Peep.
Yeah, and then finally they got the rights.
And then they got the right to Barbie, and so then they brought Barbie in
Toy Story 3, yeah. But no, that's the thing, is because the toys literally live forever, so unless they're completely destroyed. So what you should be more horrified about is if you threw away your toys in the garbage, they're literally living in layers at the dump buried alive.
And they'll never be able to get
That's
out.
really worse.
They're not strong.
It's like abandoning a dog, you know, because they're so loyal and they love you, and you've completely abandoned them and broken their heart.
I have all my stuff back.
Well, worse, because not only are you abandoning this dog and burying it under tons of shit, it can't die. At least
well,
the
never
dog
mind
will
that.
die.
For people like me that keep all their old toys, not all of them, but the ones they like the most, my toys are literally just in a coffin.
They're just in a box.
It's probably just better if you just let your
probably
toys
all
go
just-
be with other kids.
Well, they're probably all just gone.
Exactly. So anyway,
They can't really move. Like,
we we literally cannot stay on topic today. It's impossible.
Anyways,
But
back to Marvel.
Back to Marvel. Well, because the episode's basically almost over. But like you say, we need a refresher. Like I say, the movies that you were saying, they kind of give a lightheartedness to it. And it's funny how everybody was complaining all Marvel movies were so serious, and now people are complaining that they're all funny. Like, no one can make up their goddamn mind.
The two movies I mentioned, though, you get two versions of that deconstruction of the genre.
Right.
Because you get Deadpool, who's fucking hilarious, everything. But you also have Logan, which is deadly serious.
And the neat thing about Logan is a lot of people don't know this is it was originally supposed to be a noir movie, but they transformed it into a normal Marvel movie. But they still, if you can find it, I think it's pretty common, you can actually find the Blu-ray with the noir edition. So now not only do you have two versions, now you have three versions. Now you have a noir version of the one movie.
but then again, I can definitely kind of see why people are complaining about how the movies are all funny. It's because people have been trained to expect certain things from movies. So when they change the format to be something a little bit more lighthearted and comedic, but still have a dark undertone and dark story to it, with comedic bits thrown in, they're not expecting that. So then they immediately are put off guard because it is not status quo.
Yeah.
This new movie, Infinity War, is going to be like the Schindler's List of Marvel movies. It's going to be fucking depressing and awful.
It's going to be
I hope the second half is better.
It's going to be
Are you fucking kidding me? There's going to be death, funny. Death, and death.
That's what
And maybe
Civil
some
And a
War.
tiny joke.
That's what
credits.
Civil War was supposed to be because there was death in the original.
Wasn't Peter Parker the first one killed?
Nope, not in
Cap
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking Deadpool
No,
kills
not-
Marvel Universe.
Not in Civil War. Civil War.
read that yet.
Cap didn't die till the end of Civil War. The first person to die in
End
Civil
of
War
Civil
was
War.
Hercules.
Yes, actually no. Yeah, no.
Yeah, he got not
Didn't one of
Hercules.
the New Mutants get?
one
Not
of the
New
big guys.
Mutants. The
Yeah,
Thunderbolts or whatever they're called.
The
The
tall
ones-
motherfucker.
The one
Infinity War, not
Goliath or whatever.
Goliath died. No,
No.
not Goliath. The big motherfucker. What the? Oh, no, maybe it was new Goliath. He was black.
Sorry, yeah, no, I was thinking Deadpool kills Marvel Universe.
No.
Peter Parker's supposed to go there.
Yeah. Nope, you're right. There was the not the Thunderbolts. Fuck, what is that? The New Mutants.
New Warriors.
New Warriors, yeah.
Anyway,
They were
someone
the
I think dies in that because, yeah,
But that's what kicks off.
Down the rabbit hole we
down
go.
the rabbit hole. But hey, but hey, it's Marvel related. But anyway, so yeah, all I'm saying is, we know that they're so oversaturated. We'll still keep going, but yeah, we're due for. I'm always in for new, different takes on shit. Bring it on. Honestly, bring
What
it
ifs are
on.
great.
What ifs are great. Like I say, Marvel Zombies would be really fucked up to do, and actually very comedic if done correctly.
Yeah, it's very good.
So,
Oh no, it's a zombie sloth.
exactly. All right. So until next time, I'm Big Mike.
I'm just a first person.
I'm Alex. And
Sam.
I guess people.
And grab your popcorn, folks, because we're gonna cry.
You cry into our popcorn and then eat it.